What's going on, guys? This is Sir Clarence with Ultra Black News, and today we had the honor and privilege of interviewing the amazing Brittney Reese. So, Brittney, welcome.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Definitely. So, I got a little intro kicked off for you. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, so Brittney is an American long jumper, Olympic medalist, 7-time world champion, and Brittney is also the indoor American record holder in the long jump with a distance of 7.23 meters, and has recently made an Olympic team. Looking to make this is your final one, right?
Yeah, this is it.
Final one. And also my unofficial big sister, just throwing that out there, Brittney Reese. So is there anything else that I should put on your intro?
Oh, no, you good.
All right, awesome. So Brittney, for the audience that's watching, could you share a little bit about your journey and, how it started for you?
Well, for me, it basically started over a Coke. I was already running track. I was a 400-meter runner, did the high jump. So my coach brought the basketball team out and was like, who wants to win a Coke? Like, whoever jumps the furthest wins a Coke. But by me running a 400 and I had all the other relays, he wouldn't let me go. So, I kept begging him, and I was like, let me try. And once I went, I ran and jumped in about 16 feet. And he was like, go do it again. So I went and did it again. It's like the same thing. He's like, all right. So he switched me and another girl out. She took over the 400 for me. And that's why I always tell them that I not only did I win the long jump, but I also won a Coke on the hottest day in the city.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, in terms of doing the 400 meter and all of that stuff, how did you feel like that helped you in terms of your transition into long jumping? Yeah,
I think playing basketball, and that was one of the biggest. I always loved to jump. I was that kid that was jumping off roofs, jumping off balconies, jumping out trees. I was a true tomboy growing up. So I always loved to jump. And I feel like once I started learning how to long jump, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I've been jumping all these years anyway. I used to can dunk in high school. I could touch the backboard, do all that. So It was just, it basically was just natural for me once I started jumping.
Oh, that's awesome. You know what? That's why I say you my unofficial big sister, because I had that same thing, with me I went the triple jump route though.
Okay.
And so, I started off in middle school. I was like, let me try to touch the net. And then every time I tried to touch the net, I went up higher and higher and higher. Yes. So let me ask you this, I did my thing on the national level, and I ended up getting injured before trying to go pro, So for people that are in that position that are trying to transition into going pro, can you describe that feeling, what that was like for you, and things that, you wish that you could have told your younger self during that time?
Yeah, I don't think I made any mistake. I probably would have marketed myself a little bit better. That probably be the only thing. But marketing around that time, it wasn't as big as it is now. Marketing is huge right now for athletes. So I would say the more you market yourself, the more these shoe companies will start coming to you. It's like, oh, you're producing more content and things like that, and you're jumping far, you running fast, and you throwing far, those type of things will play into it. So that's a little piece of advice I would kind of tell these athletes that are up and coming and trying to transition. And just, don't take anything to heart. At the end of the day, this is a business. You're signing a business contract. And if some of those things, you have the highs of that contract and you have the lows of that contract. And you have to understand, you don't perform well, you get cut. So you just have to make sure that you're living up to those expectations, or just grind it out and don't take it to heart, because this is just strictly business.
Yes, and I really like that, that you mentioned that too, because I think about, it was like for me, so I remember I used to play football and basketball too, but football, I used to like football before track. And so I used to put together little highlight tapes with a little VCR. I used to have to cut it and do all of that stuff. Yep. So these kids these days, they don't know how good they have.
They got people that do it for them now. They can hand it off. Like, can you edit this for me or do this? Like I see like all the announcements, especially football. Oh, I'm committing to here, or this is my top 6. And it's cool. It's cool now to see. It's cool that they're having fun with it and enjoying the process.
Yes. So let me ask you this, looking back at, when you made your first Olympic team, what was that feeling like for you? And then on the flip side, knowing that this is your last Olympic team, what does this feeling feel like for you?
So making my first Olympic team, I just was glad to be there. I don't think I really realized how big it was. Like growing up, I always said I wanted to be in the Olympics, but it was for basketball because I know that at that point, like all the great athletes come together and they be on a team and they play. I don't think I really just realized like I had made an Olympian team. Like I was just there like for the experience, and to me it was another meet. I didn't have any like super nerves like most people would, but I don't think I really got nervous until my second one. But by it being my last one, I'm more honored or more grateful because a lot of athletes can't say that this is their fourth one. This is a huge accomplishment. And for me, I'm just taking it all in as like, I think I read a stat, like I'm the fourth woman ever, like in the long jump to have 4, trips to the Olympics. That's high, like that's a lot. So for me, I'm just taking it all in, just being more grateful of the opportunity.
Yes, and that what you mentioned there, just knowing, where you at, it's almost humbling in itself too. You know what I mean?
It is humbling. It definitely is humbling. Like I said, this Team USA is the hardest team to make, and for me to make 4 of those, it's a huge accomplishment. Sometimes I just have to pat my own self on the back.
So let me ask you this, thinking back, when you think about the Coke, going back to the Coke thing, when you first got started, would you imagine that you would be in this position? I know that, basketball, that was what your first love, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I never thought in 100 years that I would be jumping let alone my 4th Olympics competing in the long jump. I could have never written that up. Never saw that, never even thought about track and field in that type of everything for me was basketball. Yeah. So no, for me, it was never thought about, like I never thought track and field was it.
Man. So let me ask you this. So, being a world-class elite athlete, let me put that respect on that. When you get on that runway, in your head, what goes through your mind in that process?
For me, I will say that it's more of what I've been trying to focus on all year long. Maybe it's a cue that me and my coach talked about that we want to make sure we're hitting, whether it's staying tall at the board, pushing out the back. One of them cues I'm honing in on are, just one of them cues, because I don't want to think too much. I don't want to go out there and just think too much, or I think myself up out of the competition. It's one thing for me, and whatever it is something that me and my coach was working on. I went back and asked him, and he's like, "No, it's because you didn't do this, you didn't do that." So for me, it's just sticking to one point and letting my body do the rest, because I've been competing like this for years now. So since 2008, I've been professional. So my body knows how to run an approach. Like that never changed, but it's still like one thing that I could be messing up as far as, like I said, pushing out the back. I'm not pushing hard enough, or I'm not staying tall at the board, which would cause me to drop my left. Just something simple like that. I'm not honing in on do this, do that, because you totally mess yourself up.
And you know what? I think I really, really like that, because, again, I was at that space where I was almost there, but I know what you're saying, because, anytime I did triple jump, I knew when my body was out of position. I knew when something just didn't feel right and stuff like that. And just like you said, like those little minor tweaks can definitely make a difference. And so, looking at the world record for you, I'm saying it's 7:52, right?
7:52.
24:58.
I've had some opportunities where I've been close with baby fouls to it. Practices is going well, so I think I'm in a decent amount of shape. I think I got a month until I actually compete. So for me, that's plenty of time, as long as I'm staying healthy and doing what I'm supposed to do. I feel like that's still achievable. Yeah. Like I said, I've had competitions where I came close. It just either I fouled them or I dropped my left leg and it just wanted to stay behind me and not follow with the rest. And it causes me to lose a world record. So for me, it's doable. I just have to go out there and do my thing.
Well, hey, look, you already know that I'm praying for you that you can get that world record too. Cause so you got me in the amen corner. I'm gonna give you that extra.
Yeah, I take it. I need all of it.
Yes. So, personal question. So I have it here that your hobbies include shopping and playing video games. So what is your favorite system, Xbox or PlayStation?
Right now, I'm on the Xbox.
Okay.
The Xbox right now. And that's because my son has a PS5. So, I can go either way, but majority of my time is spent on the Xbox.
Okay. So what is your favorite game then? This is a follow-up.
So right now, I'm playing 2K21 next gen. 2K21 next gen. Yeah, so me and my cousin get on every weekend. And I don't too much play during the week because I'm just so busy. But like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is like me and her is on until like we're both yawning on the mic. So yeah, so that's our main game right now. We're looking for some other ones, so we about bored with that one.
Look, I'm gonna have to pull you to the side and get that game tag on you. I'm gonna jump on with you too. I'm trash now. But I will talk mean game. Yes.
Got a bunch of friends on there for sure.
Bad. So, my final question for you, and I always hit a lot of my guests with this. What advice would you give your younger you?
Me is just stay with it. I feel like I could have made it in basketball and track. And I always tell myself to never give up because there was a bunch of times where I've given up on certain things and could have saw them through, basically. And just never giving up and stay with it. That's always been something I would definitely tell myself.
Bad. Well, hey, it's been an honor interviewing you and showcasing your success. Is there anything else that you want to leave the audience with?
Hey, let's all be kind to each other, make the world a better place.
I love it. Well, hey, you have a great rest of your evening. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, all right?
What's going on, guys? This is Sir Clarence with Ultra Black News, where we aim to highlight all things good in the Black community. So if you're new to our channel, make sure that you hit that like button, make sure that you subscribe, and then make sure that you share this with friends and family members. Make sure to tag them in the post as well if this is great content that you enjoy and that you believe that they will enjoy as well.